Hello everyone, in today's class we are going to discuss about network topology. So you have already learned about what is the meaning of a network. In today's class you are going to learn about the concept called as topology. So what is the meaning of a topology means? Always remember, when you come across a terminology topology, it is a point to point or node to node connection will be called as an topologies. So in today's lecture we are going to see the functionality of different types of topologies. Functionality of a topology is the way in which elements of a networks are mapped. So what is the meaning of this one? How all your computers are connected together will be the first point meaning. Next one, it is an integral to type of networks, cabling infrastructures and transmission medium. So what is the meaning of it? With the help of type of networks, cabling infrastructure and transmission media, we are using this network topology. We are combining all this and establishing a network topology. So last and final point, they arrange physical and logical arrangements. That means whenever you are connecting the computers, both physically as well logically also, you will establish the connections. So we will see what are the types of topologies. First type of topology. If you understand. So here the topology is bus topology you are having. Always remember, the basic point is single cable connects all the network nodes. That means with the help of one single cable I am connecting all the network nodes. Next one, it shares the responsibility for getting data from one point to another point we are saying. What is the meaning of it means? If you observe here, if you observe the diagram, here you are having one computer, then second computer, third computer, printer, internet and then printers you are having, right? So all the computers or all the devices are connected to a red color, LAN. All the devices are connected to a red color LAN. So that is what. So this LAN is called as a single cable. So we will see how the transmission will be. So here another terminology called as terminator is there. What is the meaning of a terminator? So here if you observe, the starting point to ending point, you are having some node kind of, right? So these are called as an terminators. So what is the functionality of having this terminator means? Either in order to start sending the data or stop receiving the data, you are making use of a terminators you are saying. Next one, it is inexpensive, not very scalable. Next one, difficult to troubleshoot the problem and not fault tolerant. So on an average, if you observe the diagram here, here you are having two terminators you are having. So here this terminator is used to start sending the data. This terminator is used to start sending the data. Here this terminator is used to stop sending the data. So check out the workflow of the bus topology. So if you understand the bus topology flow, first computer you are having, second and third and fourth, right? So first one is sending the data to the third one. So how the data will be transferred means, here the data will be first transferred from first device to second device, it will transfer, and then from second to third it will transfer, right. So what is the drawback in this? Whenever we want to send a direct data, we cannot send any kind of direct transmission. Next one, if you consider there is a failure in the second device, then obviously our data cannot be traveled. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of a bus topology. So this topology is only suitable for small networks. Small networks means if you are saying you are connecting 10 or 15 or 20 computers, then it is very flexible to use. So it is relatively inexpensive to implement. Next one, if you consider disadvantages, the disadvantage is here, even though the second computer don't need the data also, the first computer is sending the data. So that is also considered as one of the disadvantage. Now we will see the ring topology. So in case of ring topology, so the name itself says it is in a ring. So ring always form an enclosed circle, right. So here ring topology is always having nearest neighboring nodes. So if you consider a ring topology, so here there is a term called as server, right. So this server has direct connections with two neighboring nodes. That means always remember, in ring topology each device will have two direct connections, that is left side as well right side. So each device is having direct connections with its neighboring. So one method for passing the data is token passing. So we will see how the data is transferred in the ring topology. So here if you are having server, okay, so the server wants to send the data to this particular system, it want to send the data. So what data it has to send? It has to send, for example, this is class, this is class. So this text wants to be sent or forwarded to the computer. So how the data will be forwarded means, here you are having one more thing called as token. So in a generalized concept, what is the need of a token? Whoever is having a token will get a chance to take the books or take the items that are purchased or that are sold by vendor, right. So here also you are having a token. So whomsoever wants to transfer the data, so he will make, or this computer, that computer will make a request with the help of a token. So if at all this computer gets the token, he got a chance to transfer the data. So if he wants to transfer the data to the neighbor itself, it is very easy to forward. So comparatively to the previous topology, this topology is advantageous because at least for each device there are two neighboring devices. In order to exchange the data, it needs a token. Next one. So here if you observe, this is how the motion of the data will be there from one computer to another computer. Here only one thing missing is token. Here these are the advantages and disadvantages of ring topology. So disadvantages is it requires more cables and network equipment as well. It is not widely used as bus topology. That means people never prefer using the ring topology regularly, but they will make use of it. Next one, fewer option for expansion to high speed communication. Even though it is having a neighboring communication, or even though it is having a neighboring direct communication, it cannot forward the data if the node is not direct in nature. Next one is star topology. So, in case of a star topology, the thing you have to remember is every node on the network is connected through a centralized device. That means in bus topology as well ring topology, there is no centralized device. But in case of star topology, here you are having centralized device. Centralized device means one device will take the charge of rest of all other devices. So here centralized device will be called as an switch or hub. So here you are having first computer, second computer, third, fourth and fifth. Total 5 number of computers you are having. We will see the transmission of the data. For example, the first computer want to forward the data to the fifth computer. It will forward the data directly with the help of a switch. That means from here to switch you are getting, or from here to hub you are getting, and then from hub to here also you are directly forwarding. That means from first computer to you are forwarding to the centralized computer, and then the centralized computer is again forwarding the data to directly to the desired computer. So one more thing you have to observe is here the centralized device can be switch or else a hub. So based upon the need, one more thing need to be added. Whenever it is sending the data to rest of all other devices or to the desired device, whenever it is sending the data to the desired device, it will forward the data to other devices also in case of star topology. But there is a direct connection with the help of a centralized device. Next one, it requires more cabling. Why we require more cabling? Because we are using centralized device, right? So it is easily moved. Next, so these are the advantages and disadvantages of star topology. If you consider the disadvantages, it requires more cable length. It requires. Next one, if the hub bar, concentrator or switch fails, obviously all the nodes attached are disabled. So if you see here, if this particular hub itself or a centralized device itself is failed, obviously none of the system can transfer the data from one computer to another computer. Next one, comparatively it is more expensive. So in these 3 topologies you have seen each and every topology is having either neighboring nodes or else you making use of cable. There is nothing called as direct connection. So in order to overcome that drawback, there is another topology called as an mesh topology. So in case of mesh topology, very important, it is connected to every other device on the network with the help of a dedicated point to point link. What is the meaning of it? Here you are having first computer, second, third, fourth, 5 and 6 and 6. Total 6 number of computers you are having. If you observe, the first computer is connected to rest of all other 5 computers. Similarly second, Similarly, third, 4, 5 and 6. That means each computer that is present in a network is connected to rest of all other computers or rest of all other devices we are saying. Next one, here if you consider you are having n number of devices, then each device must be connected with n minus 1 devices of the network. That means if you are having total 6 computers, so what is the network or what? Next one, number of links in a mesh topology of n devices would be n into n minus 1 by 2. So in order to estimate the number of links needed to establish the mesh topology. So here number of links in a mesh topology of a device would be n into n minus 1 by 2. For example, here you are having 6 devices, here you are having. So whenever you are having 6 number of devices, if someone comes and asks you how many links are needed in order to connect those 6 devices, means n into n minus 1 by 2. So in place of n you have to substitute 6. So this is how the links will be estimated. So here in case of mesh topology, again there are 2 types of classification. One is fully mesh topology, next one is partial mesh topology. Fully mesh topology means each device is connected to other devices. If any one of the device is not connected to all other devices, then we say it as partial topology. So in case of partial topology, if you observe here if you observe, the first computer is connected to the second computer and third computer and only fourth computer. For rest of all other 2 computers, it is not connected. That is the reason we are saying it as partial mesh topology. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of mesh topology. So here each and every computer need a connection with rest of all other devices. That is the reason in order to connect a large amount of wires are used. That is the reason it is bit hectic and tedious in nature. Next one is scalability issue. Scalability issue means if you are connecting 10 computers, then it is okay. Then if you are trying to connect 1000 number of computers, then there is an issue called as an scalability issue, because you cannot maintain those 1000 devices. Next type of topology is hybrid topology. So in case of hybrid topology, 2 or more network topologies are connected. That means till now you have seen connecting 2 or more computers, but here 2 or more topologies you are connecting. So hybrid topology always occurs when 2 different basic topologies are connected. The same meaning applicable. So these are the types of topologies. So if you want to summarize, there are topologies. First one, bus topology, which will completely have one linear connection, nothing but one line kind of connection. So to that linear connection we are attaching the computers. Second one is ring topology. So here each computer or each node is having 2 neighboring nodes or 2 neighboring computers. That means you can directly connect to the neighboring devices. Direct communication is possible only for neighboring. Next one, third one is star topology. With the help of a centralized device you are making use of. Next one is mesh topology. Each and every node establishes the connection with rest of all other nodes or rest of all other computers in a network. So next one is hybrid topology. So in hybrid topology, if you observe, two or more network topologies whenever you are connecting, then we are saying it as hybrid topology. If you understand the concept very clearly, try to identify what are these three types of topologies. Diagram also. After checking out this diagrams, you might have already named the types of topologies. So look at few more questionnaires from the topologies as well, previous concept. Try to answer these questions. Okay, thank you.